Hi, my name is Jake, and I work with the Hubbard County Soil and Water Conservation District. Today we're going to be talking about watersheds. A watershed is an area of land in which the water flows to a specific point. For example, it could be a bunch of hills around a pond that cause all the rainwater to end up in that pond. Watersheds can be of many different sizes, like major watersheds that can cover multiple states, down to subwatersheds, which can be as small as someone's backyard. So here we've got a diagram popping up of what a watershed is and kind of how it works. And so if you see, we got some rain coming down. You can see that the rain is landing on the earth, and some of it will flow along the surface into the river, and that is called a runoff. But some of it will actually penetrate into the ground, and it'll actually flow underground downhill into the river, and that's called groundwater. So those are some of the ways that the water can move across the land or underneath the land. So here we are actually looking at Lake LaSalle's watershed. You can see it's a bit of an odd shape, very long and slender. That's because there's a river right in there, and a lot of the water runs into the river, which ends up in Lake LaSalle, which is on our right side. And it's actually right next to Itasca State Park. That J-shaped lake you saw right there is actually Lake Itasca. And so as we follow the camera, we'll actually be following down the riverbed, and you can see all of the hills around the river will be leading the water to there. And so the water that runs over land will flow in there quite fast, but the water that goes underground can take actually a long time to move. Sometimes it can take a couple days for it to reach there because it can move pretty slowly. And the good thing about groundwater is it often gets filtered out and is a bit cleaner than a lot of the runoff is. And you can see as we follow all the way down, we get to Lake LaSalle, and that's where the majority of the water in this watershed ends up. So here we're looking at a section of the Cabacona River, and the main part we're going to be looking at is how it displays a watershed. And so if you look around the river itself, there's that nice low-lying ground, and so that's kind of the river's basin. But then if you look on the edges, you can see the forested that's on a bit of a higher ground, and so all the water that rains in the area will kind of trickle and find its way down to the riverbed, and then that water will actually find its way all the way down to the lake, up ahead. And so that's kind of how you can see where the water is moving. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good day.